and it hit a lady called Zubeda. Zubeda lost her leg, and up to today she continues to face hardships in life. No justice has been served to her whatsoever. The people that took her leg were not brought to book. That matter was swept under the carpet. The same canister was thrown into a residential room in Lumumba Hall at Makerere University during a student's protest. It exploded right there, and a medical student called Seboganda Ronald, who is here with us today, lost his hand. I don't know if Seboganda is near. Richard. Yeah, Richard, sorry, I called you Ronald. Come on, bro. So the same canister smashed Comrade Richard Seboganda's hand, and maybe he can show you what happened to his hand. That is what happened to Seboganda's hand. With the same tear gas canister, he lost his hand. Moreover, his right hand that he was using to write. Of course, shamelessly in their initial statement, the police claimed that I stumbled and fell and I hurt myself. It is a shame that the police spokesperson, Ewan Chituma Rusoke, has taken lying to an even higher notch than Enanga. They trained them to lie in broad daylight without shame, and then after a while they issued a second statement where they tried to change the narrative because many videos came out and exposed their lies. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to salute the citizens who recorded all these events as they unfolded. I want to thank them very, very much. For a long time, we were asking people to use their cameras. We've been telling them that their cameras are their weapons, and they listen to us. Otherwise, without them, we wouldn't be able to substantiate the truth. They would have maintained their lie that I stumbled and fell. As a matter of fact, maybe they would have blamed us for something else, but everything was captured on camera. Ladies and gentlemen, you remember when Museveni's minister one time, shamelessly, after Zake was tortured, he went and told Parliament that Zake tortured himself, and actually he hurt himself by biting his own ears. That was a minister saying that. Therefore, I want to make another call to the people of Uganda to continue using their cameras. It is those cameras that are keeping us out of jail. It is those cameras that are keeping us out of danger. But most importantly, it is those cameras that bring out the truth. Because General Museveni has compromised almost all media houses, and the truth cannot come out. But when citizens record these things and put them out there, then we have at least a certain degree of safety. You recall all after the murder of Comrade Rita Nabokenya, in front of police surveillance cameras, Enanga, who was the police spokesperson at that time, came out and said, oh, those cameras were faulty at that particular time when Rita was killed. The same way they did, same thing they did after the murder of Dan Cheune, after the murder of EGGWANGA, they said the cameras were not working. So this means that we can never ever have the hope of having the truth or getting footage from those cameras, because those cameras are manned by the criminal police who are so allergic to the truth. Abana umugambi tibawoga na twogera luzungu. So, Mr. Chituma, the spokesperson of the police, I saw him displaying videos of police surveillance cameras from a different place. He even brought videos of our activities back in the day. But that particular place, there was a camera pointing down on that lonely road where they waylaid us. But we know that they cannot bring out that camera because the footage pins them. That is the police that we have today. Away from that, ladies and gentlemen, I will say that many, many times the attention tends to be focused on me, but there are so many people that got hurt in the Tuesday scenario. For instance, many comrades who were attacked and brutalized are still nursing wounds up to today. Nobody is considering them, and there's no focus on them. You've seen videos of police officers who we pay to protect us, but they were beating, boxing, and kicking them with their boots, totally unprovoked. Young men like Rukenge Sharif, Sentongo Emmanuel, and Katopol are still detained illegally at Chira police station, way beyond the 48-hour rule. So that shows you the kind of police that we have. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to put the Tuesday attack in context, especially for the benefit of those who think that we are exaggerating these circumstances. As a matter of fact, we are trying to downplay our pain because we don't want to make them feel like they succeeded in what they wanted to do. Exactly 1 month ago, ladies and gentlemen, the head of our security, Comrade Achireo Chivumbi, was abducted near his home. He was tortured so bad in the military detention and then finally charged in a military court. He is in prison right now. No crime whatsoever. Comrade Achireo is being represented by our lawyer, George Mosisi. So that is one of the reasons why myself, together with all those foot soldiers that have been bailed out of court by Council Mosisi, we decided to carry a chicken and a bunch of bananas to go and thank him officially and appreciate him for his work. I told you he is representing the head of our security, Comrade Achireo Chivumbi, who is in prison, joining a long list of both known and unknown comrades that the regime has turned into political prisoners. This started long ago, since we started challenging Museveni. It still continues until we stop it. At the beginning of this week, we went to Chitalia to visit some of our comrades in prison. We also visited the FDC activists who were picked from Kenya recently, brought back to Uganda without following any due process, tortured, and then finally charged with treason. In the recent years, ladies and gentlemen, myself have survived more than 4 clear assassination attempts. The very first one was in Arua, where my driver, Yasin Kauma, was shot by Museveni's guards, the SFC. That was in 2018. Then, they thought they were shooting me because the place where Yasin Kauma met his death, that's a place that had been sitting in that car all day. So as soon as I left the place, Yasin sat in that place because he was my driver, and that's how we met his death. And then on 1st December in Kayunga, you all remember the presidential campaign, the police threw a similar explosive at me. It missed me, fell a distance, but near Dan Magic, and the police officer that was heading my security during the campaign, Afande Kato. Dan Magic was smashed, he lost his teeth, and his mouth was cut. He has had to undergo several surgeries to restore his jaw. And as we speak right now, he's in the UK for yet another surgery. As for Afande Kato, we've never heard from him. We don't know whether he's still alive or dead, because we clearly know what the regime does to people, especially in the police, who are kind, who exhibit even the smallest level of humanity to those that the regime regards as enemies. The same day, ladies and gentlemen, on December 1st, after we dropped Dan Magic to hospital, we proceeded to Jinja.